First, I want to thank President Obama for asking President Bush and me to do this, and for what I believe has been a truly extraordinary response on the part of the American government. Because I've been working down there for nearly a year as the UN Special Envoy, I've been in constant touch with our people through the UN on the ground, and you know we lost a lot of our people there, the largest loss of life in the history of the United Nations on a single day. The United States has been there from the beginning. The military has been great. The response by the State Department and AID has been great. I just can't say enough about it, and the people in Haiti know it, and I'm grateful. Secondly, I'd like to thank President Bush for agreeing to do this, and for the concern he showed for Haiti. You know, before this happened, my foundation worked with the PEPFAR people on the AIDS problems in Haiti, and I saw how good they were and what they did and how many lives they saved. Finally, let me say that I don't have to read the website because they did, but I want to say something about this. Right now, all we need to do is get food and medicine and water and a secure place for them to be. But when we start the rebuilding effort, we want to do what I did with the President's father in the tsunami area. We want to be a place where people can know their money will be well spent, where we will ensure the ongoing integrity of the process. And we want to stay with this over the long run. My job with the UN basically is not at all in conflict with this because I'm sort of the outside guy. My job is to work with the donor nations, the international agencies, the business people around the world to try to get them to invest there, the non-governmental organizations, the Haitian diaspora community. I believe before this earthquake, Haiti had the best chance in my lifetime to escape its history, a history that Hillary and I have shared a tiny part of. I still believe that. The Haitians want to just amend their development plan to take account of what's happened in Port-au-Prince and West, figure out what they got to do about that, and then go back to implementing it. But it's going to take a lot of help and a long time. So I'm just grateful that President Bush wants to help, and I've already figured out how I can get him to do some things that he didn't sign on for. Again, I have no words to say of what I feel. I was in those hotels that collapsed. I had meals with people who are dead. The cathedral church that Hillary and I sat in 34 years ago is a total rubble. But what these men have said is true. It is still one of the most remarkable, unique places I have ever been. And they can escape their history and build a better future if we do our part. And President Obama, thank you for giving us a chance to do a little of that. Thank you.
Well, these gentlemen are going to do an extraordinary job, but really what they're going to be doing is just tapping into the incredible generosity, the ingenuity, the can-do spirit of the American people in helping our neighbors in need. So I want to thank each of them, not only for being here today, but what I know is going to be an extraordinary effort. I want to make sure that everybody got that website one more time. Obviously, we're just standing it up, but it will immediately give people a means to contact our offices, www.clintonbushhaitifund.org. And I just want to amplify one thing that was said. We were talking in the back. In any extraordinary catastrophe like this, the first several weeks are just going to involve getting immediate relief on the ground. And there are going to be some tough days over the next several days. People are still trying to figure out how to organize themselves. There's going to be fear, anxiety, a sense of desperation in some cases. I've been in contact with President Preval. I've been talking to the folks on the ground. We are going to be making slow and steady progress, and the key now is for everybody in Haiti to understand that there is going to be sustained help on the way. But what these gentlemen are going to be able to do is, when the news media starts seeing its attention drift to other things, but there's still enormous needs on the ground. These two gentlemen of extraordinary stature, I think, are going to be able to help ensure that these efforts are sustained. And that's why it's so important, and that's why I'm so grateful that they agreed to do it. Thank you, gentlemen.
Will any of you travel to Haiti soon?
What about Secretary Clinton there this morning, Mr. President?